Look, we young and we fly, don't act so surprised. We on the move and we working. We stay on the grind, Milwaukee gon' shine when we move, we gon' move with a purpose. 414, you already know, on the way to the top and it ain't no stopping. We got the keys, we got the tea, reporting to you live with all the hot topics. 414, ay, be the wolf pack, 25-8, we gonna get to the bag. We some youngers on a mission, and this is just the beginning. We on a whole other level, and you know that we winning.
Yo.
What's up?
Welcome back to the pack. We've been gone for a little minute, but we back.
Hey, okay. Bars. Came with it.
What it do, y'all? I'm Shawnee.
It's E.
I'm Don. What it do? So Greedy TV.
Okay, you on it today. I'm loving this. We missed y'all. We apologize for the break, but it was well needed. We back and we better. And I'm ready to talk. Y'all ready to talk?
I'm ready.
We missing our boy Jew, but we gonna hold it down.
Right, he here in spirit. We holding it down for him. So today's topic, I feel like it's a little prevalent with a lot of stuff that's going on right now. But we're gonna be talking about social media, the good, the bad, the ugly.
This is going off. We came up with this topic based off with the famous. A lot of people know him as Nicki Minaj ex. Safari, what he said on social media, he posted a little splurge. I can read it to y'all, but he basically said social media got 22-year-olds wanting to off themselves because they don't make six figures and drive a 7 Series. And he was saying how that's bad and how that's different from like the way that they grew up, like where people was acting like just living in the moment and being patient, or you know what I'm saying, just willing to work for things. And we just kind of wanted to put our own input on that since we in a more technology-based era. So,
yeah. And I think it's interesting because, like, even though we close in age, I feel like I grew up right when, like, iPhones and stuff started coming out, but y'all literally, like, lived it.
I remember when I made my first Instagram page. I was in the 8th grade.
Y'all lived in it for real.
Like, we literally lived the beginning of Instagram, Facebook. Like, Facebook, I was in middle school. Like,
bro, I you know, like,
see,
every
I didn't
year,
even have no Facebook.
You know, every year they did tell you, like, how, like, it's your Facebook anniversary. I think I've been on Facebook damn near 10 years, 12 years. Like,
man,
like that.
Yeah.
Crazy, like.
And I'm just getting to the point where I'm adding all my family members.
Yeah.
I've been had a Facebook, but like the last year or so, I graduated to like, okay, TT, you can be on my Facebook now.
I had my Facebook for a while, but when I was younger, I remember my cousin and my sister like, nah, you can't get on Facebook. Like, you ain't ready for Facebook. You're not ready for social media because it was a lot. And it still is with cyberbullying and all that stuff. And I'm glad that they, you know, was like, you know what, just wait till you get a little bit older. And I'm glad I listened to them because I feel like the longer you experience it, the longer you adjust to that reality of like Facebook kind of, or not Facebook, but social media in general kind of running your life, determining how you feel about what other people got going on in their life, all of that.
And I can verily, when I was younger, I used to be addicted to my phone. Like, I used to stay on my phone all night, all day. Like, I can see how, like, the generation, I don't want to say we are addicted, but, like, we have a very strong addiction or association with our phone, whether it's social media or just having it in our hand. Like, when we go places, half the time you look at people's heads down. They're not talking or anything like that. So,
I might not have had it as young as y'all did, but when I was in high school, now that I'm grown, it's a whole different perspective. But in high school, I was just like, dang, like, you want people to text you back every day, all day. You want to be texting your friends all day, every day. You got your little boyfriend. If they don't text you back, even during school, you feel some type of way. Like,
it's like because of this, people don't really sometimes they feel like people don't really have boundaries because it's like, I mean, like,
do you feel like people overshare on Instagram sometimes? Like, not Instagram,
for sure,
but on social media in general, like,
for sure,
oversharing.
Yeah,
it's some people journals, and I won't lie. Like, Twitter for me is a dumping place where I can say how I feel.
Twitter, that's that one place.
No, I feel like that's that one place for all of us. Like, I don't even like versus like all my other social medias. Twitter is probably the place where I have like the least followers. Like, I don't follow as many people on there just because like that's kind of is like my little safe spot. You know,
that's like the only thing I got private. Like Twitter, Twitter private. That's the only thing, but. Twitter is my top. I would say Twitter is my top one, like number one.
Nothing top Twitter for me.
I can be on Twitter and like delete everything else and be good. Like Twitter, I love Twitter because you can still get your news. It's more, I feel like it's more reading. It's not a lot of pictures. You get what I'm saying? It's more reading. That's probably why I like it more. Instagram is.
There's so many conversations, and I think it's a different vibe and energy on Twitter. Like, even though people feel like we live in a sensitive generation and people are always tripping on stuff, I feel like the dialogue is good, and we all, at the end of the day, you may be arguing with somebody the day before, but tomorrow you right back on the app and you chilling and vibing. On Facebook, you arguing with somebody, they ready to pull up at your house and y'all ready.
Yeah, where you at? Where you at?
Yeah, that's a whole different vibe.
But so I wanna I did a poll on my personal Instagram at Deshawn, 2 S's, 2 N's. And I just wanted to see what some of the viewers was, what they heads was like when it comes to social media. I wanted to get their input. So my first poll was, how has social media negatively or positively affected your life? So as of right now, 72% so that's 48 people said it has positively affected their life. And 19, which is the 28%, said it has negatively in some shape or form affected their life. And then the next one was, do you feel like you spend too much time on social media platforms? Me, I do. I feel like I do. And 40, go back. Jesus. They all the same one. I'm sorry, I can't even see. 58% said that they do. That they do spend too much time. And I agree, because I feel like I had to, if you have an iPhone, you have the capability to, like, limit your time. If you have, like, the newer iPhones and updated your phone, you have the capability to limit your time. And I knew that
How you do that? I need to.
I'll show you.
Right,
after show. But basically, I put it as where I only have 2 hours per day to be on Instagram. Because Instagram is one of the apps that I be on the most. So I was like, I feel like, because I know one day it said I was on there for 6 hours. I'm like, 6 hours?
That's it. Mine be saying 10 at least.
Yeah, so I'm like, whoa. And I had to do homework and stuff. And I ain't did nothing but been on Instagram. So that was the straw for me where I'm like, yep.
So you guys personally, do you guys feel like social media is more negative or more positive for you? Like the energy or the vibes that you get from it?
Okay, so mentally, negative. But has it, like, anything happened to me on social media that has been in a negative way? No. Like, physically, have I been bullied or, anything like that? No. But mentally, because sometimes when I look on social media, I feel like I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm doing what I need to be doing. But when you see somebody who 21, say I'm 21, if I see somebody else 21, they got their own house, whatever, they got a hair salon or whatever they doing in their lane, they accomplish. And it's like, dang, I'm still in school. I ain't,
you start feeling behind.
You start feeling behind, and I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. I'm glad we're really speaking on that, because I know I'm not the only one. You could be doing everything in your plan that you're supposed to be doing, but if you see somebody else who maybe at the same age as you, or you grew up with them, not to be on no hating stuff, but you like, dang, they doing this, and I'm not saying I'm hating, because congratulations,
you proud of them.
You proud. It's like, I'm proud, I'm happy for you, but you still look at yourself like, am I doing something wrong, or am I missing something, or it's just like it's like a conflict, like a pull, like a pull, like, sometimes you feel like you're doing something, you can get on Instagram, and then you be like, dang.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, like, people. From what I noticed, even with, like, I noticed for myself, like, of course, like, you gonna be quick to just share your achievements, but everybody not gonna broadcast, like, the things that they going through,
right,
and stuff like that too. So I feel like sometimes it's just good just to take reality checks, like little breaks and stuff like that, because obviously I just be feeling like, some people just be living in a, in a just, like you just said, like we be saying, like, people be oversharing, just bro, like, it don't really be much, but it just be like, to a person that don't know no better, it just always seem like, a lot of people got a lot going on, like, or people not, like I said, they not never showing, like, the stuff that they really going through. So, like, until you really until you really got your own, like, type of responsibilities, and you got stuff to, like, really look after, you not gonna really understand, like, a lot of people might not have as many responsibilities as you, so, like, it always look like, oh yeah, they live in the limelight, they can go crazy whenever they want to, but it's just because, like, you might have a little bit more on your plate.
Yeah.
So, like, lately I done took a break from Instagram and stuff like that, just to, like, get my mental together. And like, after I did it, what I had realized was, like, I mean, it's like you take a step back and you just kind of realize like people just doing the same thing. Like, ain't nothing really changed. Like, everybody just still on here, like, oversharing, doing the same thing. Like, life's still real. That's why I be like, shit.
Yeah, I feel that. And I think for me, like, Dorian and I just had this conversation the other day. We was on the phone for hours, and we was just talking about as business owners, like, it's heightened at a whole nother level as well. And then with your business, I'm sure you probably think too, like, okay, like, am I meeting my milestones for my business? Because I see this other business thriving. They younger than me, like, or they, you know. So I used to be in that space where I used to feel bad, like, dang, like, am I doing enough? And every now and then I might get that feeling, but now it's at a place where it's motivating me. Like, when I see other people from my city, outside of my city, young people just like killing it, doing dope stuff, I'm like, okay, I want to be like that. Like, I want to do something dope like that. And so it inspires me more than, like, you know, tramples my mental health. It's more of a positive thing these days.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel that too. Because I mean, I just seen one of the comments come across the board too. But it's like somebody said like they feel more connected on social media as far as like news and stuff like that. Because like, I mean, to be honest, like a lot of us, like, social media is our news source. Like we, especially with, like, with people that we really know. Like, if anything going on, that's the first place we gonna check is like check this person's social. So I feel like it, in a way, it's some benefits of it, but I feel like, I mean, it kind of just take away like that actual like personal connection between people. Like,
because it's people I ain't talked to in years physically, but we've been each other friends on Facebook, Instagram, so I feel connected. It's like I don't need to pick up the phone.
You done seen everything they've been doing,
right?
Been doing, so it feel like you've been there every step of the way. Like, or like you literally can call somebody, have a conversation, like, oh, I seen you post, like, oh, you just got your degree, like, oh, what, you graduated, like, that's what I'm saying. So
I think it's interesting. Something that I feel like we talked about the other day when we was on the phone was like the fact that people like once you start to elevate and how they view you and they think you just like got it all together, think you're killing it, and like they don't really, they just like, oh, like Dorian good or
like,
because
with
like
Dorian,
they just
like
think you
people
straight, like
I've been knowing Dorian for years, and before Don Life was even a thought, and when he first started, it was like 5 of us. I'm telling you, if you know Dorian selling out the book bag and on the second floor, the third floor at King, you know, it was like 5 of us. And now that I can walk outside and be like, Dorian, I just went to Culver's and guess what, you know what I'm saying? I'm at Mayfair. Look what I did.
Everybody be having on in Mayfair.
Literally, I was riding downtown. I see somebody walking on the bus stop with Don Life, and I'm like, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And I feel like once people started to see, like, bro, like, dang, like, they really accepting your message.
Yeah.
They really messing with
but
you.
But it took time. I feel like social media I feel like it's more of a, how can I put this? Social media has put time limits on us. I feel like our generation, we feel rushed. Me personally, I'm 21, but I feel like sometimes I'm 30. The stuff that I'm trying to get, I'm like, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. I feel like I'm constantly trying to get the next thing. I'm trying to graduate, I'm trying to do this, it's like social media has, in a way, for me personally, I feel like some people can relate, but it has rushed me. I feel rushed.
Definitely rushed me.
I feel rushed.
I think me and Money was talking about
We just talked about this.
We constantly feel like we chasing that next thrill. Because it's like, you don't ever want to feel like you getting complacent.
Yeah. And it's like, then you don't want to compare yourself, or you don't want to feel down. But when you look up and you see somebody else, dang, they done did something else, congratulations, but I ain't, it's like, not that I'm not doing it, maybe I'm not moving as fast, but it's like you have to then come back and be like, okay, my plan is my plan. What somebody else got going on is different. You have to pull yourself back, because you can go down that road real quick. And anybody who feels like that, I just want you to know that you're not alone.
Yeah. What about
we
you?
young.
We young, and we 21, 20, 23, 24. It's like
I'm old.
You're not old, girl. You're just not old. But it's like you kind of just got to pull yourself back. Because the grass ain't always greener on the side.
You just got to do what works best for you. Just like, I mean, even with just a lot of this stuff, like through the pandemic, a lot of people was coming up with, like, side hustles and businesses and stuff like that. But everybody, we all know everybody ain't meant to be a business owner.
And it's not.
Everybody, it's
hard.
Yeah, it is hard, but what I just learned, like just with social media, you just learn how to adapt. Like you be adapting and stuff like that. Because I feel like even like, I don't know, just like with events and stuff like that, like, you know, whereas most people would probably just do something normal for their birthday, everybody trying to go out the country, everybody trying to do, you know what I'm saying, do something crazy, and if they can't do that, they feel like, oh, I'm not going to have no good birthday.
Okay, do y'all feel like social media has, like, pushed the keeping up with the Joneses narrative? Do you feel like social media has, not just in this generation, but in general, like, do you feel like social media is kind of like the standard? Some people are trying to meet that or trying to beat it. Do you feel like that? I feel like some stuff, like, some of the stuff that we do now, like, everybody was going out the country, everybody was doing stuff, but, like, traveling and, you know, like, the relationships, posting your boyfriend, all that stuff has, social media changed that, you know what I'm saying? Changed that narrative, for real, for real.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. What you think?
Yeah, I definitely think for sure it has had a huge impact on just how we operate as a generation.
Like the relationship goals, honestly. All that. Like,
yeah, for sure. Like I can even say in my last relationship, I remember one time we was arguing and he legit was like, "Is your expectations coming from social media or is it just genuinely what you expect out of a relationship,
or like what you see?"
And I took a moment, like I was offended. I was just like. But then I started to realize, like, although they are legitimate expectations, like, it is some of it come from, like, you know, you see this beautiful thing that's only that moment on social media. You don't know what else they going through. And you just like, oh, like, I want to do that too. But, like, in reality, like, everybody's situation, experiences they own. And try to reflect that within your own situation can be very toxic.
That's real, because, bro, I'm telling you, everything look good behind the camera lens.
Literally, because you're only getting the best part. Like, you getting the best picture, you getting the best caption, you getting the best trips.
Something that was really, like, well calculated and thought out, like, but everything, you know, everything don't happen like that. So. What was I about to say?
Do you want to talk? Do y'all, because y'all both are established, I would say, established business owners. Do y'all want to talk about how to balance the brand type of part of social media versus the personal? Like, how do you balance having a business and a business page and then having a personal page? And because, you know, say if you want to take an Instagram break, but Down Life and I Love, you know, your brand, you can't just stop. Because that's how you make your bread, right?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. Like, to be honest, like, because when I took my break, I took a break. Like, so it was like a break from both. But
do you feel like it was necessary to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, sometimes it just be too much. Like, especially like not just even local brands, but when you see like brands just like really more established than you, they like just how they be doing stuff. You just be like, you really be having to take a break just to kind of like go back to the drawing board and see like how you can do stuff different. So I feel like it'd be necessary, but I mean, yeah. What you think?
Yeah, I think I resonate with that a lot, and I know we just talked about this. I think it's so many things, so many layers, and specifically the point that you made about like seeing other established business owners in Milwaukee, like it's not a kind of situation where you see that you can just call them up and be like, hey, like, can I learn from you? They think you trying to, you know, copy them or, you know, like steal their ideas. So I just told Dorian, I think last week when we was on the phone, like, I appreciate we could call each other and be like, you know, this is what I'm doing. Like, should I try this? Or be like, you know what, I'm stressed out. Like, I know we young, but I feel like I'm not getting where I want to go. Like, I spend so much time worrying about the wrong things. And now, like, I'm here in this moment. But then we have to remind each other, like, bro, we actually, you know, killing it. Like,
you got like 50 ambassadors.
Yeah, like more like. Literally. So my goal, like, I wanted to do like my original team of people is only like 5 of them. So I was like, that was the goal. I didn't want to do too much. I just really wanted them to push it. But then I realized like I got customers in different states, everything like that. Like, I really want to like connect with as many people as possible. So I put it out there, and it got to 50 quick, and I was just like, dang, like, I knew I had support, but on the ambassador level, that's a whole nother level of support. Like, that's people committing to, like, investing in your brand on a consistent basis, and they gonna promote it to the world. Like, so I was shook. And then I was, you know, when I announced it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna open a few more spots, and I got over, like, 150 people who signed up to be ambassadors, and I'm like, okay, this means something. Like, this is huge. And it's interesting, though, because, like, even though something that big and amazing and awesome happens, I'm constantly looking at social media like, okay, how can I level up? Like, what's next? Like, we talked about that, too. Like, we like, no matter what's in our face, like, we could have, like, He, like during, I'm sure even when he opened his store, he probably was like, "Okay, now what? Like,
Yeah,
what's
he
next?"
was. He was like, "Best friend, what can I do with this store?" And I'm like, "Darn it,
Bro.
congratulations!" Like, you know, enjoy
it's
the
like
moment.
I feel like people don't really understand. It's like especially with like businesses and stuff like that. Like entrepreneurs, it be feeling like you never have a day off because you your mind constantly running. You constantly thinking about what's next. How can I make some more? How can I elevate it? How can I get it to a new state or a new country?
And
or
I
whatever.
think that's one of the good aspects of social media. It pushes you if you let it, if you let it be a good influence on yourself or inspire you, help you be better. That can be a positive because you're not being complacent. You're trying to. I feel like it's a catch-22 because it's like you want to congratulate yourself, enjoy the moment, soak up your accomplishments, because if you don't, then you always feel like you're never doing nothing. We don't stop and take a breath and say, okay, I did this. Let me check it off. Woosah, and then let's keep going. I feel like sometimes you can just be like, okay, I did this. I got me a store. What's next? You got to soak in those, them accomplishments. You have to congratulate yourself. You have to reward yourself.
Another thing I learned, though, is just like, I feel like as quick as they are ready to clap for you, they going to talk about you. So that's just being 100. So, like, when it's like, when it really comes to, like, keeping your moves low and just waiting until you pop out, just cause, like, I mean, I done been through some things, like, where it was, like, even with the store and stuff like that, like, I mean, like, yeah, things were going, like, I was self-employed for 2 years, and then I decided, like, okay, yeah, like, I want more money to put into, into what I'm doing, so, like, you pick up a job and stuff like that, but people don't see it as, like, oh, he adding another income. They see it as like, his business is failing. He not doing as well. So it's like, like it really just be, I don't know. It's a dog-eat-dog world on social media because like you can pet this dog today, but tomorrow that motherfucker gonna bite you. Like for real. So that's why I just learned that's one of the reasons why I kind of took my break because it's just like you never really know like who for you, who rooting for you, or who like dang like who just watching like is he good like or you know what I'm saying?
Because you can have 1,000 followers, 1 million followers. And you can still look at your phone like, who can I actually call if I was in an emergency right now? Like, sometimes people get so attached to this lifestyle and this idea that got all these followers. Like, that don't mean nothing if you can't count on those people to actually show up for you and be there for you. And the expectation shouldn't be for all 1,000 of those people to be there for you. But you got to be able to separate the two. These are your supporters, your followers, your friends on social media.
That's why I got to using close friends.
Exactly.
Close friends is a blessing. Because I really personally, I don't use it for my close friends. I use it because recently I have stopped posting on my regular page. It's more of my close friends because it's like some stuff I don't want everybody to know. I want the people who I want. It's like you picking who can see it. And it's because I got too many followers. I'm not going through 5,000 people in a room.
That shit is a safety hazard.
It is now. So,
safety hazard.
But Dorn, you brought up something. You kind of brought up something like cancel culture because.
That too.
I'm personally not a fan of cancel culture because it's like my thing is who are you or who are we to cancel somebody? Like, yes, people make mistakes. Yes, people do dumb stuff. Yes, people do say, some things are out of line. But I feel like to cancel somebody, I don't know. It just don't sit right with me because it's like that could be you. Now, what if you didn't you just misspoke?
We see that a lot. On social, we see that a lot on social media. Just like
people old tweets. You pulling up tweets from somebody from 10 years ago. Like I feel like, come on now. Me 10 years ago, I was 11. I am not, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm 30 and I'm 21. When we was 21, if we was 30, you not the same person.
Yeah, you probably done said some premature stuff that you weren't really thinking was going to come back.
So I just, like cancel culture, I'm not a fan of it because it's just like, who are we to cancel somebody to say, okay, we not, you know what I'm saying, we not messing with you. You not doing that. Because everybody makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect.
But everybody want to cancel until they
them
being canceled.
Right. Until you're the one
I see
being
that
canceled.
a lot. I mean, even especially with young entrepreneurs and stuff like that too. I see a lot of people be quick to jump the gun and bash you on social media and stuff like
especially
that.
like if a black business do something wrong. But on Facebook, you getting 300 shares. Everybody, especially Milwaukee, if you give somebody some bad service.
Yeah, but it's a two-edged sword though, because some of us got to take the accountability. Yeah. Like we be in the wrong too. We got to just do better at communication. Yeah, like, it'd be. it'd be a lot about communication because, I mean, sometimes you don't always catch every message or, you know, everything, but sometimes you just got to put that extra work in and just to make sure because, I mean, they gonna come at your neck. I mean, you can say, oh, I ain't see it, but to them, that don't matter.
It don't matter,
it don't
especially,
matter.
Like, because...
I swear they do not think we have off days. They don't. Well, sometimes I be feeling like they don't be thinking that we just be regular people.
We don't get no like.
Slack.
I was watching a live video that Naisha Stone, Carving Stone Media did with Truman from Funky Fresh at the Sherman Phoenix, and that was like the most impactful interview I watched in a long time because he's a well-established business owner, been around for years, doing amazing things and elevating every day. Literally got his products in local grocery stores, killing it. And he talked about his experiences, you know, just being a black business owner and how we don't get no slack. Like, no matter what you do, like, no matter what, because you're a black business, people are so quick to say, you know, oh, I ain't supporting them no more. But McDonald's will mess up your order every day.
And what you going?
And you going right back. And you going to order some more. And you going to take the family, you going to order some more. But as soon as a black-owned business has any, like, they late on your order, it could be a day, it could be a few minutes late. They like, see, this is why I don't shop with black-owned businesses. But, like, white people have everything they need to be able to elevate their business. Like, they have, and I'm generalizing right now, but just historically, like, they are established because they, you know, got inheritance and they walk into money or they walk into an opportunity or they inherit their parents' business or their grandparents' business. We literally first generation business owners starting from the ground up, and some of us even come from families. My family, I come from a family of entrepreneurs, but that don't mean I came ready made with all the things that I need to run a business. We still. We just don't. Exactly. Like,
to piggy off what you said, small business owners, black business are usually smaller in capacity. So, like these big corporations, they got customer service. If something is wrong, you can call customer service, and then, you know.
But what they not doing, they not accommodating, and they not. Like how and then y'all not going to them with that same
energy. I
feel
with
like
that
same mindset, like what's crazy is we the young black business, we accommodate a lot. We just trying to because we already dealing with people like, you know, like, oh, why your stuff so hot? Why is it this? Why is it
so
that?
You already lowballing yourself.
Yeah, we already accommodating a lot, and then on top of that, we got to be overly punctual, meeting all these deadlines and expectations.
I feel like another reason,
work a full-time job at the same time,
and then I feel like another reason why it's always like a backlash with black business because, say for instance, you got an issue with what's the club Gucci, right? You calling Gucci, you calling customer service, you cussing them out, but they trained to do that. If Don Life got an issue and you cussing out Dorian still, you know what I'm saying? He's still 21. I mean 20, about to be 21. He's still, you know what I'm saying? He's still not as mature as he could be in his age. So if you come at Dorian reckless, I might bound to have a blurb or a little slick. You know what I'm saying? He might give you a little slick coming back, and then there go customer service.
Oh, he was disrespectful.
You know, I feel like customer service is both ways. Yeah. Now that I'm a business owner and I see it, because I've been a customer majority of my life. Now that I'm a business owner, yes, business owners, we need to have customer service. We need to treat the customer with respect, but customers need to treat business owners with respect, because it's like, what would you do if the shoes flip? You ain't gonna let nobody talk to you crazy. I don't care how much money you making. You're not gonna let nobody get in your face, call you out your name, or I'm gonna pull up, or you know, all that stuff that could happen. We didn't seen it before.
And I don't know, but it's like the peanut gallery too, because like,
people do it.
One person posts you on social media, then it's like maybe somebody else that had a little slip up with you. Now it's like everybody adding to it.
I was hoping that my auntie would comment, because we had this debate all the time about black owned businesses, and I just want to read her comment. And she said, I had a small business, but always valued and honored great customer service, and understood that I would be held to a higher standard because I was a black business owner. And we debate this all the time, but I know at the end of the day, like, my auntie support black owned business. She support me like to the death, but she always, like, when it comes to that standard, like, she not letting up, like, cause she know, like, but that's why I was telling her, I was like, you got a gift, like, I want you to go out there and teach professionalism, because when you know better, you do better.
Definitely.
And like there's times where I mess up, like orders late, and I'm like trying to pull it all together, but at the same time, like you said earlier, communication is key, and so I be working on that. But sometimes like you just be so nervous, like once you send this message, you don't know what you're gonna get back from this person if you don't know them. Like it's a lot that you got to consider, especially when you a one-man band trying to make it all work. It get exhausting and things like that. But I talk to my auntie about this all the time, especially coming from a family of business owners. Like, unfortunately, we have to work very, very, very hard, extra hard to please our customers. And it's sad that we got to work 10 times harder to please our own people, because it's just like they don't give us no grace a lot of the time.
And I hate to say it, but we be the main one. Like,
and I'm not gonna front, like I don't really do it with black-owned businesses because I'm a black-owned business owner. Like, I know how that is. But like, it's some people, small businesses I done been in, and I'm just like, dang, like, come on now. But I give them a lot more grace. That energy that I get upset about bad customer service more so goes to those bigger companies and things like that. Yeah. And then
people that's already well off, established, done been around.
But people don't understand. It's just a matter of a conversation. If you feel like the customer service, I had a customer call me last week. She said, I really love your brand. She spent plenty of money on my website, and she was like, I love your brand, and I just want to give you some advice. Like, I feel like you should have, a size chart on the website. And I was like, you're right. I've been working on that. That's something I want to get together. She was like, because I had inboxed you and I wasn't sure if it would be like unisex or if it would be a certain size. Like, I just wanted to make sure before I ordered it, so we didn't have to go through the hassle of exchanges and stuff like that. She's like, I didn't see your exchange policy. And I'm like, dang, I'm like, you right. Like, you so right. And I appreciated her for that. If people would just approach us like that versus
it's
like,
approach.
Come with that unbiased
right. It's like, I feel like it's how it might not be what you say, but how you say it. That comes in, because she could have came at you like, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, but she like, no, exactly. I like your brand, I love what you do.
No, but that's the thing. People don't lead with the compliment. Though. They come with the problem, so you already. And like, that's it.
Because what is it? Constructive criticism. Criticism.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's
all. It's always needed. It's always welcome, but it's more of a not what you say, but how you say it type of thing. Because you received it better than her just like, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, or I've been trying to reach you.
Yes, it's impact versus intent. Like, you can intend the best thing, or you could not, but the impact is valid. Like, the way you impacted that person, the way you make them feel matters. Like, and people will come. Like, it's sometimes where I done cried. Like, I hate crying, but sometimes I done cry because I'm like, I got 50 orders. I'm trying to please everybody, and like, it's just not happening the way I want to. I done been late on this person order, and she been waiting for a long time, and I ain't got no other choice but to just cry. Like, dang, like, I need help. Like, I'm struggling.
And then it's like, when sometimes people think just because you got orders that you successful. No, you might still need help. Like, with Dorian, I remember we was me and Dorian, literally, I mean, was that the first or second episode? We was out there taking pictures of stuff so he could post it before the show. Like, you still need help. You can get as many orders as you want, but you gonna need somebody to deliver. You gonna need somebody to help you go get this stuff. It's like, just because you making money don't mean your problems is solved. Does that make sense?
That's a good point. Stella just reminded me in the comments. Actually, that's how she always be supporting our podcast and commenting. So shout out to Stella.
We appreciate it.
She just reminded me in the comments that this is actually how we met, because she came to my pop-up shop when I first opened my store a few years ago, and I had somebody, Shira, actually. I had Shira at the counter, and Shira didn't know how, like, I think she may have wrote something down wrong, or it was a mishap in communication, because I was doing custom orders, and so people thought they could just customize anything. So Stella giving it a rundown, like, this is what I want on my hoodie. Like, they was filling out the order form, and like, I think a year went by and she never got her hoodie, because I probably looked at that and I'm like, this must be a throwout, because I don't even make hoodies like this. And so a year down the line, I pop up at Outpost, and Stella come in and to shop, still supporting my business, and she like, yeah, I never got my hoodie. I'm like, huh? She telling me the story. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know that happened. I didn't know that people was like, orders was being written down, and it's just a miscommunication between everybody involved. And instead, Stella could have easily ran up in there, like, I finally like found you, like, where my stuff at? Like, like, she could have been
or she could have quickly ran to social media,
and talked badly about my business. She could have did anything, but no, like, legit, Stella has been my number one supporter since then. And she had a bad experience, but still turning around and supporting me every day. Like, everything I put out, she gonna support it. She gonna rock it and style it. Like,
and I like to just say, black people, we be coming down, but it's like, I know me. It's a lot of people that I've been messing with them for years because it's the customer service. It's the you know, it's like the price, the customer, the quality. I'll pay a coin for some good quality. If I know I'm gonna buy a $50, $60 hoodie, I know if I wash it a couple times, the logo ain't gonna fall. You know, it's gonna still be there. So I feel like it's a point where if you treat your customers right, they're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming.
I see money with these
Don't
olives.
even. I was looking for a fork because I don't want to be trifling over here digging in this jar. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it professional.
No, but definitely like even with my business, man, it done been plenty numerous times just cause like on top of like when you got like a clothing brand or something in that type of lane and like your manufacturer, sometimes you obviously don't be their only job, so like sometimes your stuff don't be getting done as quick as like as you wanted to. So like a lot of people hit me up for like birthday stuff and all this other stuff, man, and like they be mad, like or sometimes they they don't be as happy because they don't get it in a timely manner or like the time that they want to. But I always try to at least like try to throw something back, like accommodate them, like on the love. Like if I can give you like a 15% off or something for the next time, I try to do that. But at the same time, like I try to do that, like within a mindset, like like I ain't the like I'm not the villain here. Like it's just like you just be working with people. So like, and I be feeling like that's even with the big corporations. Like sometimes you not always gonna get your stuff on time from even these big businesses and stuff like that. But I feel like they just gonna magnify it on you because like you trying to come up, you a small business and stuff like that too. So I just try to do my extra due diligence and try to give myself. That's another thing I learned too. Give yourself more time. So
more time than you need it.
Yes,
I always say 2 weeks at least.
Bro, give yourself more time. So like when they get it, they be like, "Oh, it came quick." Like you know what I'm saying? Like I learned that because I used to be like, "Oh, you gonna get your stuff in 1 to 3 days," and then they be like, "Oh, we ain't get it in 1 to 3 days."
That
like,
third day, they be like,
"Where is that?"
Right.
Like, I'm giving y'all the game over here.
Yeah. No, for real. Like I had to learn that because that was like how it was though. But like when you partnering with somebody else is helping you do stuff, like sometimes you gotta account for the stuff that they might go through as well. Like it's not always you, or it's not gonna always be something on your end. So
that is definitely.
Somebody did say in the comments that they wanted to call in our episode, and that's something that we should think about. Like,
yeah, I seen that. I definitely
I think that's a dope idea. So we'll try to incorporate that.
For sure.
But
put your face on the screen or something.
Period. Like I would love to hear y'all like actual voices because the comments I love it, but actually hearing y'all voices that would be even dope. But I don't want to just speak on the negative. Can we kind of transition to like the positive side of social media? Because
okay,
I feel like the podcast probably wouldn't be here because that's how I know E. I knew E just straight off Twitter because
hey, I knew E. I think I met E through Peyton.
And that's how you. It's just Milwaukee small.
Just sharing your brand with me, and then we connected. She told me about your brand, and I was like, oh snap, I need to
yeah.
I mean, the positives for sure is like, I mean, just like with my stuff, with my brand, I feel like this social media done definitely helped me get to multiple different states and different, to different people that I feel like it would have been harder to reach to if I was just trying to do this all off. Like in the city, like how I don't even know how I'll get out of town. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for real though. Like I mean, you could set up a website, but like how is your website being promoted? Like how is that? Like so. Yeah, I mean, social media definitely got some good stuff too. Like
I feel like it's like
I wouldn't be where I am without it. I can't even lie.
I can't lie either. I wouldn't. I mean, word of mouth only gets you so far. But I mean, you can hope that somebody gonna carry your brand with them if they are traveling somewhere else. But like, definitely social media.
Like you said, word of mouth. The word of mouth will get you somewhere, but the word of a share,
them shares,
and just somebody tagging you. You know what I'm saying? Like they're different between somebody getting a hoodie and telling their friend, or they getting a hoodie and they tagging, and then they got 200 views. That's 15 people that you didn't have, you know?
Yeah, especially with social media, like Instagram, period. Like when you can tag like explore page, and you can tag like
hashtags.
Like all that stuff. That stuff putting you on a whole different radar. So yeah, that's definitely a positive. I feel like I done ran into
somebody said that social media is networking gold because it is. It's how we connect. It's literally how we connect. Most of the time, we don't know nobody, but we know them off Instagram. You know.
Man, look at TikTok. I'm gonna keep it real.
Man.
Look at TikTok. People was making one song and coming up with a little. You know what I'm saying?
She a runner. She a track star. Like he didn't took
blowing
off.
up. Like
that Milwaukee TikTok song is all over the world right now. Like
I can't stop talking about it on Twitter. I was gonna keep talking about it till they got their recognition because I was like, bro, like these young kids from Milwaukee literally got together, did all the little ad libs in the studio, and they blew up on TikTok, and ain't nobody recognizing them. Ain't nobody, shouting them out.
They flowers.
So I was just like, this, and people kept arguing.
And the lady that made the actual
Natasha,
song, she did a video to it, and it was the one with the and that's the Milwaukee one. So it's like that's crazy.
And people kept getting mad because I'm like, give them their credit. It was like, this not even their song, this Natasha song. I'm like, I didn't say it wasn't her song, but they remixed it. If they didn't do that, the song wouldn't have gotten that far. In this day and time, in this day and time, like then the dance on top of that, like y'all doing a whole Milwaukee dance and don't nobody wanna,
and they don't even know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
was plenty haters on Twitter, but it's whatever. I'm gonna keep defending my city and the young people here, all the people here.
Period.
Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to the 414.
You got that information? We should shout them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to it on.
We gonna get them their props.
Yeah, you gotta get them their props since ain't nobody else doing it.
Somebody said that social media is entertainment, and I can agree. Especially with I say one thing that I liked about, I want to say Instagram specifically, but like the verses, like during quarantine and stuff, I feel like that was a positive thing because it kept people's spirits up. It got them something to do while they was in the house. They just not scrolling. It was something like, reminiscing about pre-COVID. I feel like the verses thing with all the artists going back and forth.
Yeah,
I feel like that was
that Gucci Mane and Jeezy, man. That was crazy, yeah.
It's just like the excitement that people was talking about and stuff. So I feel like
him and two other young men that was a part of it. I can't remember the other young man's name who actually
shout out to the real _esco.up 2 P's on Instagram.
We gonna post it on our Instagram page.
We post it and give them a shout out or whatever because they
that we talking about the big
dope.
song.
And I gotta give a shout out to Jazzy and Hakeem. I don't know if y'all know them, Too Much Studios. They oh my God, they killing it right now. They moved out of town. And ever since then, like they really been putting Milwaukee on the map, and just like they doing it for all the right reasons. Like no matter what, they put God first, and they put they city first, and they family first. They like, we was on the Shade Room, and got plenty followers and all this stuff, doing all this amazing stuff. But at the end of the day, like we want to entertain y'all. We want to do it for the right reasons. Like we not just trying to get clout, or we not just trying to, be out here. On nothing crazy.
Shout out Lakia too.
Oh yeah,
bro,
she's going crazy.
She did what? She going crazy.
She actually claimed Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I like that. Like,
I appreciate
your first music video was in Midtown. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like that's right there, smack in the city. Like I was fucking with it.
Yeah, she got the city turned right now.
For real.
What coming from this small city? I seen her.
Times Square. Yeah, like she going crazy.
That make us feel so
and
good because
that right there make me like, okay.
Yeah, it make you feel like you can do something. It make you feel like you can make it out. Like not make it out, but like you can make it here. Like you can make it in Milwaukee. You can go and do dope stuff and still recognize your city. For all the it's hard living here. I just tweeted about it yesterday. It's not the easiest thing to live here, but when you can do something amazing, recognize your city, give back to your city, make an impact on other people, like I don't know how much people who leave here realize, like, who leave here and do amazing things. Y'all really, like, impact us a lot and make us realize, like, like, we can get
what
somewhere.
You saying, it's like, people be like, I hate Milwaukee. And it's like,
I hate when people say that.
And I say it.
I said it for the first time a couple weeks ago. I never say that, but I did.
And it's like, I feel like that sometimes. And it's like, I hate that I feel like that. Because it's like, we all had moments where Milwaukee specifically, people who live here, y'all can understand. But it's like, I hate that. It's like a hate. Like, hate is a strong word.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I love Milwaukee.
I love my city.
I feel like I do love my city because I definitely done seen a lot of people come, bro. Like, if you just look at the NBA, it's a lot of people
Jordan
from Milwaukee in the NBA.
Yeah, for real.
It's a lot of people from Milwaukee that's in elected official positions right now.
Yeah, Haywood,
it's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Like, so it's not just, it ain't all bad. I just feel like we gotta change the narrative.
We gotta highlight the positive stuff. We gotta encourage the people that's doing the positive stuff, because you can get discouraged real quick on this journey. Because it's like we were just saying, it's not a lot of stuff for the youth. to be doing, you know, in the city. That's why.
That's what I really. That's where it got wrong. At is just like being bored. When you bored, that's when trouble happens. Literally, I ain't never gonna forget my grandma told me that, and she wasn't lying. Like you ain't got nothing to do. You gonna be doing something you ain't got no business. So.
And that's at any age. Like,
that's literally. So.
I see people. I see my peers. I went to school with. I see them around and I see what they, getting into, and it's just like when you ain't got no vision, like you literally like, man, you end up in anything, and it's unfortunate, but I think that's why the work all of us do, including Jew, like it's so important. Like we gotta lead the way. Like we gotta like it's. And I used to feel so like I used to be irritated by like, dang, why do I have to be the leader? Like why do I have to be the one encouraging everybody? I need to be encouraged, but. I'm at a place in my life where I accept the responsibility of being one of those people in Milwaukee that's responsible for changing the narrative, that's responsible for setting an example. Yeah. And so I won't, I'm not going to walk around with the narrative that I hate Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm going to talk about my challenging experiences, but I'm not going to talk down on my city and not be a part of the change. My biggest pet peeve is people that got something to say about Milwaukee but ain't doing nothing to change it. And
or they don't even live here. You live in Brookfield. You live in Brown Deer. You're not in Milwaukee. Whitefish Bay is
you live in the outskirts. You just talking about the city.
You're not in the zip codes that need the help. So
yeah, man.
But I think we should bring on somebody that's real deep in the community. But I think I know somebody we can bring on. I definitely want to highlight the people that's doing good in the city.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's so many. I just seen Mr. Hill the Hood upstairs. Ajamu Butler. Shout out to him. Be out here healing the hood for real.
Oh yeah.
But I'm liking these comments I'm seeing though.
I know it's so many.
We got a lot.
We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate the engagement, man. That means that y'all really.
Said they don't like Milwaukee, but they don't support nothing positive that's going on. Facts. That's true. That is definitely true. You don't see nobody doing nothing sometimes. But somebody said, "I'm proud of Milwaukee people so much. They act like we don't got nobody doing nothing here, and we have amazing people doing amazing shit."
Man, look at where we at right now. The Sherman Phoenix gotta be
this right here is like
this gotta be it. Like
man,
the hub.
All these black businesses thriving through COVID.
Not even.
If y'all ain't came to the Sherman Phoenix, please check it out.
Platform and to really have or to feel like they got something, because you can go a lot of places around the city and just feel like out of place. Yeah. Right here, you feel like you right at home.
I definitely love it. I love what they did with it, like for real.
Man, I could have never seen us having a podcast here when they very first had it open. But
when you told me where I was at, I was like, "What?" Yeah. My first time being here was for the podcast, and I was like, "Why haven't I came sooner?" Like for real, Buffalo Boss, all the food. What is it? Sugar and spice? No, sauce and spice. The pizza place here, they pizzas. I heard they pizzas really good. The lemonade, the popcorn.
Yeah, them peanut butter bars at the.
My nail tech that I used to have before I went to school. She's here. I'm like, I love it. Like it's just all these black businesses together, like for a good cause, So
for real,
definitely.
Dang, I feel bad. The young lady who said she wanted to chime in, like she inboxed me and said, I really want to.
She really want to.
I really want to call in. I need to chime in, but I'm like, dang, I don't know how to do it. Like, cause if she just.
Dang, see, that's why Tone should have been
here. Where Tone at?
Cause like for here, when my auntie right here say bring on the camera,
Buffalo Boss do taking my money too.
I can just ask her to. I don't know if she's still watching.
Is she still watching? Cause I'll definitely allow her to come in.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all really like vibing with us, like you said, engaging with us. It give us the chance to see y'all perspective, y'all thoughts, and that guides the rest of our our future episodes. So we know like people really enjoyed this topic or this thing that we talked about or whatever, and that's dope or whatever. But Tone not in here, so we can't see about adding her to the pod. But where we at right now?
We at 6. Spoke him up.
Man, we was speaking to you.
You are?
Oh, cool. So, can you help us?
A listener want to chime in.
She asking, can she call in or how?
Next week we'll make it available for y'all.
That's we got a good topic for next week though, so that's gonna be good.
You want to give them the rundown? What we talking about? We're
gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. I'm gonna give y'all the title. Y'all think we kind of with the check on your strong friend?
Yeah, that's
the title. So next week episode is. Did you check up on your strong fan today? Because I feel like that's a
RP
topic.
DMX, because we always see a video of him praying for some. I've never seen some powerful videos of him praying for people, like the way that he pray for folks.
He changed the game.
Bro, what?
He changed so many lives.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And that's what you was talking about earlier in the pod about how people so quick to, y'all was both saying so quick to cancel people. And like for me, I grew up seeing a lot of negative about him in his social media era, but I did my own research. Like when they first talked about him getting sick, I started watching more videos, and then I'm like, wow, this is like a powerful dude. Like he's impacted so many people's lives, but if you let social media run your narrative on people, like you'll be messed up.
Dude was like what Nas said, God's poet, or dude was making like his
I see
own prayers.
I
and that
see him
was
rap
deep.
like to God, and I was like,
Yeah, he got a whole song on his album where he's literally having a conversation with God.
Wow.
and I'm like, that is dope.
It's like one of my favorite songs.
Profound.
Like R.I.P. DMX,
That's-
R.I.P. Nas.
R.P. Nas.
Not
yeah,
alright,
yeah.
Milwaukee people.
Oh, yeah.
People now.
Oh.
And I know.
Yeah,
You gotta give Nas that. You
Yeah.
can't be like,
Oh no, not
Yeah,
Nas, but
That's the other thing we was talking about. Like you
Like-
get on social media and you just wake up and you see somebody either you know or somebody your peers know that passed away. Every day this week I done woke up and I seen rest in peace to somebody who passed away within our generation, within our
whether
age
you
group.
know them or not, it's just sad. Like
It's devastating.
hearing that about Nas, that hurt my heart. Like I ain't talked to him in a minute, but just knowing I used to know him as a child, like I feel for his family. My prayers go out to the family. Anybody that knew him, he was a bright soul for sure.
But we got something positive coming up for y'all. The next episode, we're going to talk about checking on your strong friend. So if y'all can do us a favor, y'all homework, check on your strong friend. Let us know how that conversation goes. And if you the strong friend,
Give us your opinion.
inbox me and I'll check on you.
Right, let me know. Tell me you the strong friend.
Because I know how that go.
Yeah.
Yes, finally. We got a special guest next episode.
So we're going to have Tone put his little spin on things. But
Come to Def Jam Records.
But no, that's it for us today, y'all. We had a good time talking to y'all. It felt good to be back, but we're going to be coming through strong these next couple weeks.
Next episode, we're going to be back full strong.
Yeah, our boy Jew.
5. We got Tone.
5.
Oh, yeah. So,
Well, 6.
okay, that's fine.
Dang, Tone.
Wow. I thought it was sweet. I thought we was getting a package deal, bro.
But nah, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate the comments, the engagement, all of that. So, with that being said, we'll see y'all next week.
We out.